Hello there everyone, welcome to another video on the channel and welcome to a video where I want to talk to you about what I want to do on this channel going forward when it comes to streaming, because to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't have any great desire to stream daily races at the moment. Obviously we've not streamed for about 6 weeks now in terms of daily races, and the main reason for that, and there is a number of reasons, but the main reason for that is basically the custom slipstream. I do not want to race when custom slipstream, and since custom slipstream appears to have pretty much become the default for daily races, it might be a wee while before we are going back to doing that. Other than that, obviously, you know, we are now over 3 years into the game's life span, and yeah, there comes a little bit of fatigue comes in. PD certainly don't help that with uninspired kind of daily races. To be fair, some of the more recent ones, the combinations have been pretty good. There's even been what you kind of call a little bit of strategy in there. Certainly maybe at Daytona and at Suzuka this week. But yeah, I'm tired of it. You know, I want a little bit more of the game to be used. You know, I've always said that, and it's kind of the same of a lot of online racing games. You know, they're like a canvas of content, but if you don't use that content properly, then people will get bored. And PD are certainly guilty of not using that content as well as they possibly could. So it kind of only really leaves one solution to that, doesn't it? And that is I'm going to have to start using this canvas of content better myself, start doing a lot more lobby racing, and that's what I kind of want to start streaming, starting kind of with the middle of this week or next week, depending on when you're watching this. This is Sunday, the 1st, I believe, 1st of June. Jeez, so starting in the middle of next week, maybe about Thursday, because I think I'm working the next 3 days. I want to start doing some open lobbies, getting some endurance races going maybe at the weekend, and then further down the line, if things are working out okay, maybe start arranging some online championships. So in order for that to be a success though, and I'm going to have to kind of make the request, it can only really work if you guys come and race. If I can do all the work and set them up, and I'm not bothered about doing that, I will kind of set everything up, make it as easy as possible for you to just come into the lobby and race. If nobody comes and races, then it's not going to work out. So we'll give it 3 months. Obviously I 100% accept that it's probably going to be a little bit of a slog at the beginning, maybe a little bit slow, numbers might be a little bit low, but I want to try and make this channel the sort of premium place to go lobby racing, doing some exciting stuff, some different stuff, using the game to its fullest potential. We'll have like traditional races just going on with, like, you know, your group 2, your group 3, your group 4, but I want to kind of try and do some slightly different things as well, maybe some multi-class racing as we have on the screen here, sort of maybe kind of tuning a car up to use as some single make races. You know, this is not the group 3-4 GT, by the way, this is the road car version turned into, I guess you maybe call it something a bit like a GTE car. So yeah, that's kind of the plan going forward. When we did lobby races in the past, to be fair, they were always really good. I was always really worried about doing them. I can't deny it, I was always worried about doing them, but you guys came out and raced, and they always turned out to be successful. So I am optimistic that, you know, within about, you know, 4 or 5 weeks we should have some really good lobby racing going. And as I said, I will do my very best to keep them interesting. They'll certainly be more interesting than the daily races, because I'm going to be honest with you folks, you know, when I turn on the daily races now, the unfortunate thing is it still looks very much like the first day that I turned on Gran Turismo Sport. It's not really just a Gran Turismo problem, to be honest with you. If we're looking across the board at other sim racing games, there's not a great deal of evolution that goes on there either, but people don't seem to complain quite as much about them, to be fair, as the GT7 community. We are quite a hard community to please, it would seem, but I'm not letting PD off the hook with that. They certainly do repeat combinations, they certainly don't use the best settings, and they've certainly not tried to evolve sport mode in Gran Turismo 7 compared to Gran Turismo Sport, and that certainly is very disappointing, and I'm not hopeful for things to change that much in the future. I would love to be wrong. I would love them to start adding a daily race D, a daily race E, more variety, longer races, using the dynamic weather a little bit more, but it just, you know, if it's not happened after 3 and a bit years, it's hard to see it really happening in the future. So, as I said, I guess we'll have to do it ourselves. So what we will do is I will set up a Discord page as well. It will be primarily just used for setting up these races. I will also post any races that we're going to do, any lobbies, any endurance races with the full settings and instructions if there's any required to join the race in community posts as well. As per the past, I will give priority to people who are Womble officers, members. I really let everybody down with the members only content. I can only apologise for that. I overextended what I thought might actually be possible, but yeah, priority will be given to anybody that's at the highest tier of membership in terms of getting into the lobbies as well. But yeah, I don't know if there's a great deal more that I can say. Yeah, I want to kind of turn this channel, as I said, into the premium place to go lobby racing. Interesting races, different races, good combinations, traditional combinations, combinations that are maybe a little bit out there. Endurance races maybe coming at the sort of, maybe trying to do an endurance race once a week. Not sure how possible that will be. And then maybe championships further down the line. The only unfortunate thing, what annoys me a little bit is I don't work a kind of regular work schedule. I would love to be able to kind of go, yes, we're going to go lobby racing on Tuesdays and Thursdays and endurance race on Sunday. I would love to be able to have the sort of routine to be able to do that, and then everybody would just know when it was happening, but I'm not in position to do that. That's just life. But yeah, thank you very much for listening, folks. Let's try and get this off the ground and running and successful down the line. As I said, I'm more than happy to do all the hard work, setting up the races, setting up the lobbies, setting up the times. I need you guys to turn up and race though, because that ultimately is what will make it the place to be. Thank you for listening, folks, and hopefully I'll catch you for a stream next week with some lobby racing.